So very nice question. So one of our friends has asked with, and this, yeah. So the question is that why don't we discuss Vishad Yoga? First chapter is called Vishad Yoga, and he has asked that why don't we discuss Vishad Yoga in detail? Kahin bhi, most of the time, if you read Gita commentaries, first chapter people just skip very quickly, ek do baar karke, then they jump to second, third, fourth, and you go beyond. Chapter one, why not chapter one is discussed in detail, and should we discuss or not? That's the question. And my answer is, and I'll tell you, the answer comes from Bhagavad Gita itself. We should actually, and Bhagwan ne bhi kiya hai. But why we don't discuss? Because majority of the scholars, Bhagavad Gita के साथ problem क्या हो गई है कि Bhagavad Gita has become a scholarly text. तो ordinary आदमी तो पढ़ता ही नहीं उसको, तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आएगा, जबकि ऐसा नहीं है. But anyway, that has become a tradition for Bhagavad Gita. So when they translate, Swami ji is a scholarly person. तो वो always they talk about ज्ञान कर्म भक्ति. They don't talk about Vishad at all. Vishad means despondency, depression, negativity, feeling low. Because किसी स्वामी जी के पास जाएंगे, अगर वो स्वामी जी बोलेंगे मेरे को डिप्रेशन है, तो they don't even know depression, what depression is, because they don't have those problems, worldly problems. So that's why they sometimes don't even address this Vishad, right? And it is like this. बाकी हम लोग क्या करते हैं, बाकी जो सब लोग गीता पढ़ते हैं, हम लोग, I mean, we always get guidance from someone or YouTube. It's like that ki if you go to Rite Aid or CVS pharmacy and they say like there is a sale on medicine, right? And the expensive medicine, which is normally $100, it is sold today for $2, and you get those medicine home. But what to do with this medicine? वो तो सस्ती मिल गई, $100 की मेडिसिन, 2 मिली तो सब घर ले आया. But what to do? I don't know the disease. So how, what exactly हम सब भगवत गीता के साथ, भगवत गीता हमने इकट्ठी कर ली, सब प्रवचन भी सुन लिए, किताबें 5 वर्जन ले आए, but I don't know the disease, where to apply this teaching. ज्ञान योग भी पढ़ लिया, and we can give lecture on ज्ञान योग, सब कुछ होता है, लेकिन we are not addressing the disease. That is in the first chapter. So I say that yes, we should read first chapter properly. Actually, we all should, in solitude, we should read first chapter. It is, first chapter is not a public discourse. It's a very, very personal thing Arjun has said. अब वो तो by chance संजय ने बोल दी और व्यास जी हम लोग सब पढ़ रहे हैं. Otherwise, it was a very, very personal. If you go to a psychiatric, if you go to a doctor, counseling, you are just with doctor. They're not supposed to disclose. It's not a public statement. But luckily, so lekin if we read that, so we'll read few shlok and that will tell why we should read first chapter. So second chapter, second and third shlok, second chapter, second and third shlok, where Bhagwan has just repeated Arjun's problem. And then what Arjun has said in the first chapter. So we'll go to first chapter later on, but let's see second and third shlok of second chapter. उसको पूरा पढ़ेंगे नहीं, because we don't have much time. But so second chapter, actually second and third, भगवान अर्जुन को बोल रहे हैं, third श्लोक actually. So there are two problems Bhagwan is addressing. Arjun has, one is Vishad, the depression. Second is he is dharma sammud, he is confused about the duty. That's it. That's what Arjun has problem. One is I am confused and I am not able to perform my duty because I am in depression. So the third श्लोक में भगवान अर्जुन को बोलते हैं, क्लेब्यम मास्म गमः पार्थ नैतव तत्य उपपद्यते क्षुद्रम हृदय दौर्बल्यम चक्तो उत्तिष्ठ परंतप. अर्जुन, तो भगवान ने वर्ड यूज किया क्लेब्यम. क्लेब्यम का मतलब होता है विड्रॉवल, इनएक्शन, straying away, drifting away from the duty. That is क्लेब्यम. क्लेब्यम means they translate impotency also. So that is Arjun's problem, and that is what first chapter exactly Arjun has said that I'm running away. I'm a Kshatriya, but Bhagwan, I don't know why I'm running away. And बहुत सारे श्लोक है first chapter में जो पढ़ते नहीं हम लोग. So that Bhagwan addressed. So if we go to 36 श्लोक of first chapter, 36 and 37. That's where Arjun has says that. उसकी जो सेकंड लाइन में he says निहत्य धार्त राष्ट्रान 36 श्लोक of first chapter का प्रीति स्यात् जनार्दनः पापे मावश पापे पापम एव आश्रयेत अस्मान हत्वा एतान आततायिनः. अर्जुन is saying कि ये जो आततायिन वर्ड यूज किया उसने, आततायी मतलब टेररिस्ट. If you translate in English, the person who disturbs the society by killing, by burning things, by assaulting women is Atatai. Arjun has used this word for Kaurav army, Arjun, like Duryodhan's army, Atatai hai. And he is saying कि इन आतताइयों से हमें क्यों लड़ना? We should not. Now this is a problem. When you know there is Atatai and you are a Kshatriya, you want to run away. And that's why third जो श्लोक भगवान ने अर्जुन को बोला क्लेब्यम मा स्मग. What has happened to you अर्जुन? So भगवान ने अर्जुन का ही वो 36 श्लोक में जो उसने बोला था यहाँ second, and that's before the teaching starts. He has challenged अर्जुन कि no, you just cannot do that. इसके लिए फर्स्ट चैप्टर को उसमें 4-5 श्लोक है. I am just reading one. We need to read, and it is the problem. It is the basic problem. We all run away from dharmic duty. We all. I mean, it's very easy to say that it is not my problem. And then Martin Luther King used to say that you're not responsible for only what you're not doing, what you're doing. You're also responsible for what you're not doing, which you're supposed to do. That is dharmic duty. So Bhagwan, and we all do that, right? There is Atatai. Atatai word he has used. And then he says, I don't want to fight with these Atatais. And Bhagwan says, come on. It's like a judge saying, oh, there's a guy here, he has done the murder, but I don't want to punish him. No, you are a judge. The job is to do that. And that's the reason this person has asked that, yes, we should read first chapter. Actually, we'll continue the next. There are two answers. Next week, we'll take this second part of the answer. But I personally feel that it should be taught in schools. It should be taught to at the young age. It's because the problem is in the whole world is not everybody is doing their dharma, the duty. That's the whole world is. This world is disturbed. It is imbalanced because of the ignorance or because of the people are straying, running away or drifting from the duty. That's what Arjun wanted. So many times, first chapter is people just start on jump, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, which is fine, which is just a joy. It's like an entertainment, adhyatmic entertainment. But the goal of Bhagavad Gita is not adhyatmic entertainment. Goal of Bhagavad Gita, I personally feel, to create as many Krishna or as many Arjuna as possible in the Samaj. So मेरे हिसाब से तो first chapter should be included in school curriculum. I don't know when it will happen, but someday the Bhagavad Gita should be part of it. Even America, people say that the value education is gone. There is nobody teaching value. And next week I'll touch base couple of examples in America also. The kids, when they go to school, nobody is teaching them how do you protect the society, how do you do right thing in society. Only we are teaching like science, math, professional education, how to make money, how to get job, which is fine, required. But same Arjun wali problem hoti hai hum logon ko bhi. I don't want to fight with Atatai. And then if nobody is ready to fight Atatai or the criminals or the terrorists, then yeah, just pay the price. And we see that the whole world is paying the price. So that's the reason the second part of first chapter we do next time. But yes, Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita, what Bhagwan told Arjun, हमको वैसे तो मजा आ सकता है, बड़ा लॉजिक है भगवद गीता में और अच्छा लगता है, वो ठीक है, that's fine. But the goal here is to teach Arjun, do the vivek between dharma and adharma. Do the vivek between dharma and adharma. You should have that vivek buddhi. You can say, oh, this is dharma and this is adharma. You may run into losses. भगवान ने अर्जुन को बोला है कि पर्सनल लॉस हो सकते हैं, सुख दुख हो सकते हैं. एंड भगवान एक श्लोक में हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गम, यू मे डाई आल्सो अर्जुन इन दिस वॉर. हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गम जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे मही, जीत गया तो आनंद होगा. तस्मात् उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृत निश्चय. Therefore Arjun, get up and fight. Doesn't matter you are going to win or lose or survive or die. because it is the dharma, about them. So that's what first chapter actually addresses, that the problem. So हमने क्या होता है, हम मेडिसिन ले आए लेकिन हमें डिजीज नहीं पता है. But there is a disease in the society, there is a disease in the world, which Bhagavad Gita can address if we know the disease also. Otherwise, we can keep reading Gyan, Karma, Sannyasa, सब अच्छा आनंद है, लेकिन will not be able to. I have medicine at home, but I am not cured because I don't know which medicine to use when. And that's where Shastra comes into picture, because Shastra is a guide, is a prescription, or a doctor. So yeah, so again, we'll continue this second part of this because our time is over. The second part we'll talk about the Vishad. The same first chapter we talked about karma. The second part, which is very important, is which is mental health these days, right? So second chapter, Arjuna has actually asked, "मेरे को विषाद हो गया, I'm in depression. Help me." And we'll see how Bhagwan has helped Arjun to overcome that depression, which is the biggest problem these days, right? Even younger people, elder people, all over the world. So Bhagavad Gita, yes, first chapter should be read, first chapter should be discussed, first chapter should be deciphered, and then we find the answer. Here's the problem, here's the answer in seventh chapter, sixth chapter, fourth chapter, whatever. So that's the reason. So yes, first chapter should be read, and we'll continue next week the second part of why we should, how do we address the Vishada depression.